The Boko Haram suspects, Mohammed Usman aka Khalid al-Banawi, and 6 others arrive in court together. The 7 defendants, including a woman, were arraigned on the 14th of March in the Federal Republic of Nigeria's case against them for the alleged kidnap and murder of over 5 foreign nationals between 2012 and 2013, as well as for offences bordering on terrorism. Prosecution Counsel applies for an order for the protection of prosecution witnesses by giving evidence behind a screen, that their identities not be disclosed to the public, and that they be referred to by pseudonyms. Defence Counsel, in response, asks the court to expunge paragraph 4A of the prosecution's affidavit, as well as their first ground of argument on the basis that it offends the Evidence Act, by stating as fact that the suspects were members of the group Ansaru, when that issue was yet to be proven in court. Justice Soho granted the prosecution's application, but struck out the offending first ground and paragraph 4A on the basis that the prosecution had reached a conclusion in contravention of the Evidence Act. The prosecution further applied to vary Justice Soho's court order of the 14th of March, which had stated that the defendants be remanded in prison custody. Instead, they applied for detention in the custody of the DSS pending trial on the basis of public safety and national security. Defence Counsel's response cites that the prosecution were actually in breach of the 14th of March order, as the defendants had already been moved to DSS custody, and that they did not have the right to vary an order they were in breach of. Justice Soho then adjourned the matter to the 25th of April for his ruling on the application by the prosecution to vary the order. Prosecuting counsel was not available for comment, but Defence Counsel had this to say.
He who wants equity must do equity. You know, it's the discretionary side of the court. Court have already said, remind them in prison. Even I saw it in the page of the newspaper that accused person or defendant should be remanded in prison custody. Then on their own, they said no and took them to their custody. And then they're asking the court to legalize what the illegality they did.
This case has all the elements of a high-profile trial, and with prosecution witness evidence being given under protected conditions, its sensitive nature cannot be underestimated. So the upcoming ruling on where to remand in custody adds to its complexity. Yemisi Ipaya, Channels Television News.